Hello, hello, hello. It has been a minute, very long minute. Let me get you set up and posted over here so you can get a good view of your majesty. Yeah, this is gonna be your place for right now, right next to the tire. Comfortable place. It's warm, you know, in the sunlight. By the way, update, you know, it's been a long time. This is the progress on the Asian squat. You know, I've opened everything up a lot more. I mean, honestly, I can sit like this for 10 minutes. Really, the only thing I have happening to me right now in this position is there's something tight. I think it is a tight iliotibial band. I hope a car doesn't pass me right now because I really do look suspicious as fuck. There are kids over there. Let me stand up real quick as this car goes by. There we go. Let me pretend I'm stretching or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to look out of place. I'm just doing the warm-ups right now next to the car. And I do know how weird I look right now. And I don't want to get the cops called on me. Because honestly, I would do the same thing if I was a pussy who was too scared of confronting a teenager. I'm not a little kid. Anyways, yeah, tight iliotibial band, which feels like it's like from the hip, pulling my knee up here inwards, which is also the reason why this heel raises while this one can sit flat. You see how that one's boom, boom. This one, I can't, it doesn't go all the way down. So that's one thing I've been working on. I found an awesome stretch for it, which is if you're laying in bed or anywhere on the ground, if you cross your leg over and then, it's a little hard to do like this, but cross your leg over and then put pressure on it in this position and push it down, and you'll feel it on the hip start to open up. It's a weird feeling because it's a small muscle, but it's stretching it so much that you just get, it's unique. You'll feel it. So yeah, update on the Asian squat. This is it right here. We've perfected it. There really is no problems to the legs, but my upper back is still messed up. I finally sort of figured out what's wrong, or like one of the things that's wrong with my shoulder. I have a frozen shoulder, it's called. I didn't think that I had it in the past, but now definitely like this. The symptoms I have, you know, I put it into ChatGPT. That's a very useful tool. You know, I put the symptoms that I had, I explained it, and it told me that it sounds like that. It's also called pigeon shoulder. So like whenever you're bringing the shoulder blades back, it won't sit in the right position. Or if you try to do this, like it just, literally your shoulder is frozen. So when the shoulder should dig in and sort of hug the back, it sticks out because there's not enough muscles. So it sticks out like that, but there's not enough muscles to sort of keep it along your back in a nice and comfortable, natural position. So that's another thing. And yeah, upper back is still messed up, but I've done a lot of work. You know, like I've done a lot of these stretches right here, which you can make that stretch harder by on the shoulder blade. You can feel like the actual shoulder itself. You can see me moving it right there. Well, right above that position that moves, if you hold that down and stretch it, because what'll happen is when the muscles get tight, it actually pulls the shoulder up. So to make it harder, you can just push that down to stretch that. That helps a lot with your upper back pain, because tight neck muscles, you'll find that when there is a problem area in your body, it isn't that area itself that's actually the problem. It's almost never that. It's what is above it and below it. It is the areas connecting to it, because your body is like it has its whole kinetic chain. And when there's a problem here that isn't from an injury that you experienced where you bang and oh fuck, now my elbow is messed up. It's going to be something from below or above it. It doesn't make sense for you to, unless it's like a meniscus or, you know, like the padding in the joint. I don't know. I mean, I don't know everything. So that's just what I can name off the top of my head. So that right there, let me wave to these people so I don't look weird. Hello. Yeah, so there's that right there. Right now I'm just in the middle of stretching upper body. I'm about to work upper body. I don't know how much time I have, we'll see. But yeah, other than that, man, I've just kind of slowed down on things. You know, I haven't really gone out, you know, the way I train has really changed. I haven't really gone out and like had a crazy grind where it was just like an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2 sets, one of each, or 2 sets of this exercise, covering the whole area. I still do work out every now and then, but they're not as intense as they should be, because I'm focusing more things right now. Like, I'm noticing my problem right now isn't power. Like, I can do a muscle up, not a good one. I can do push-ups, you know, like no problem. No problem. Let's see if we can get a double in there. No problem. Like, so I found that muscle isn't the problem right now, but it's again, we're coming back to this. It's the things that are overlooked. So it's those micro muscles that allow your body, as my YouTube video a few months ago was titled, allow your body to act as the machine it was designed to be. So cardio sucks, getting a little out of breath just from that. But yeah, right now just stretching the arm. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it. But as you can see, like, no problem sitting in this position. I can sit in it all day long. You know, really my problem is lower back stiffness. I got the norovirus that's going around. Top 3, like I asked to be taken to the ER because I was scared. I was about to pass out. Like, I lost so much. I was literally just puking and shitting for 3 hours, diarrhea, only liquids. I couldn't keep anything down. I got to the point where, like, I passed out before, so I know what it's like. I got to the point where I was getting close. I was getting dizzy. Everything was kind of going black. I was getting weak. You know, I'd like sort of drop down to the ground. And I was like, okay, that's bad. That shit happens while I'm puking. What happens, you know, die. But yeah, because of that, my lower back got stiff, you know, just sitting in bed all day, sitting in the shower just to make myself feel better so I don't fucking throw up anymore. That locked it up. So I'll just go ahead and get into it. Really, I'm not doing anything crazy right now. For my frozen shoulder, I'm just, you know, this is, let's see, boom, boom, that's in, that's out. So that would be external rotation. And yeah, it doesn't matter. We're doing the external, internal rotation of the shoulder right now because, I mean, it's stiff. Whenever it gets to this point, I can feel it sort of locking up and getting messed up. That's one of the things a frozen shoulder does. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting it in this position right here, leaning into it to where I start to feel pressure on the joint. And then I'm just digging my thumb into my shoulder blade, feeling that tight muscle, because that's what it is. It's a tight muscle currently because it's overcompensating for the limited range of motion. So right now it's just locked up. So I'm just sort of pushing into it. You want to be careful. You don't want to push hard because there is a nerve in there. And I've struck it a few times before, like really pushing hard. And that nerve, it'll send a shock all the way down through your arm. You're all right though. It only lasts for a split second. Nothing to be afraid of. Just don't do it again. So I can feel it. The muscles, like, actually, like, I can glide across it now. At first it felt like a big bulb, but now it's starting to come together. So I'll leave it at that. Sort of do this stretch. You just feel it out. It's really just all about how much time you have, to be honest. That feels great. Because it's weird, it looks like this would hurt like the shoulder or something like that, but I actually feel it like digging into the knots in my upper back. Very cool. One thing you can do here to further stretch the neck, and also there is a tendon or something. I don't know what tendons or ligaments are. I just know that they're the connective tissue for the muscle and bone. But I'm starting to get cold, so I have to put this jacket on soon, so I'm trying to hurry up. Yeah, there's like this tendon right here, and it goes under the collarbone down to here, and then down to like right here, or it could be a nerve, but that's what this stretch gets. And you'll find that whenever you do this stretch, this is what will be tight. And the reason why I do this is because whenever I hold something and do this, it's weird. My shoulder blade is right here, and then there's something under the shoulder blade which is along the spine. And whenever I do the stretch, it pulls that spine in a completely like vulnerable position, because this arm's locked right here and you're literally pulling yourself apart. So it's like whatever's like right here and then the shoulder blade with the spine right here and the spine starting to move, it's like it pulls these two things apart. It feels good. But yeah, you can also hold on to something and stretch this. That's me stretching my back right now. And then I'm just repeating that action. Squeezing the muscle there. That's what that is. Because it really is stretching the position. And right now I'm slightly with this hand pushing like that. And that pushes the shoulder blade. But yeah, it pushes it up, which further pulls everything apart. And that's the muscle, the tight muscle, causing my upper back problems. And then I'm going back and digging in, stretching, digging in, just like that. You'll find that everything seems to just come down to motion is lotion for the joints. I'm stretching and then strengthening while stretching, and also activities where it's like purely rest, which is still beneficial rest, if that makes sense. Like this, for example, just sitting here. Like this is, it's easy, and I'm actually resting right now, but this is good for my legs. Super interesting stuff. I know I'm jumping all over the place because I'm using my body as the method to teach, and there's not going to be another person out there that is exactly like me. So I'll be explaining things that you don't give a shit about or you don't need to know, and that's fine. What else am I supposed to talk about? A general training plan? Yeah, but fuck that. This isn't a job. Which is one thing I've thought about. I mean, put in the comment section if you do think that's something, this is something I should put more time into and actually try to develop a plan from the ground up for people who are like me, where, I mean, this would be my target audience, because this would be the audience I personally could connect with the most, and that would just be young kids who fuck themselves over by being lazy, and they realize that they fucked up and they need to fix it. And I don't want to just join this community and lift weights and, you know, I don't care about the community. I care about what's actually best for me, because that's what this path is. It's not about the community and, you know, the friends. It's nobody else trains like this, if I'm being honest. And whenever I do, I geek out. I'm like, when I meet somebody who trains that way, I get very excited, and I'm happy for them, because I know they're doing the right thing. But right now, the right thing isn't really recognized by other people, and it's not about the recognition. The reason why it bothers me is because the way I train is better. It's healthier for you. It'll make you happier. It will make you more in tune with your body, if that makes sense. Like, seriously, my legs feel like they're attached to my body now. Before, whenever I first started this, felt like I was just carrying around dead weight that hurt all the time. That's what my legs were. They weren't capable of doing anything good. Like, I couldn't squat down because this knee would start clicking, which, by the way, I mean, they still click and whatnot, but that's because I still have work to do. It's only been a year, and the amount of difference that I've made on my knee is night and day. Let's see if we can get up from this. I actually haven't done this before. Oh. That's toe strength right there. We almost tripped. If we hadn't trained our toes, we wouldn't have been able to hold that. It's all about balance. That's what training this way is about. It's about connecting with your body. It's about that balance. It's about what God gave you. Like, if you don't train like this and you don't ever become in tune with your body like this, and all I'm talking about is basically what I named earlier: stretching, strengthening while stretching in that stretch position, dynamic activities that require mobility and control, because then that brings balance into aspect, which is a huge thing, and plyometrics, throw that in there, which plyometrics is simply just explosivity. If you don't know what plyometrics is, it's simply like training for explosivity, but not just like a boom, like a sports type of the bounce. Why people are able to fucking hop up to the, what's it called? Hop up to the basketball hoop and dunk, you know? But that's what it's about. It's about the things that people don't see, but that you feel. And because of that, the beauty of how I train also is you can't compare yourself to other people, because you're listening to your body, and how you know you're improving and you're getting results is by paying attention to your body. So in a way, so remember how in all of my earlier videos, I hope somebody can put this together. In all my earlier videos, I remember say like, I'm listening to my body and that's how I train. Well, now I understand what I was doing. And I stopped comparing myself to other people, and I only listened to my body instead of listening to other people and what other people thought was small on me. I said, fuck that. I don't care what you see. I care about what I feel. And I listened to that instead. And that told me what needed work. And you find out what you need to work on naturally by just being more extra is the perfect way to describe it. Being extra. Whenever it becomes a lifestyle change. Whenever I first started training the way that I trained, I wanted to make sure that I didn't lose that flexibility throughout the day. So I made a deal with myself. Whenever I would pick something off the ground, I would instead keep my legs straight, reach down, pick it up, and we got it. And the reason why was to, again, as I explained, keep that flexibility. But it also allowed me to listen to my body, because I did that movement so many times. I started to realize when it got easier. And I also, whenever I would do that movement, pay attention to what in my body is hurting while I'm doing this. When I walk, for example, I pay attention to my body. And typically whenever I walk in the mornings, first off, I can feel my lower back is tight. And these two muscles right there are tight. So I like to, and also the ankle I can feel is locked up as well. I mean, really everything's just kind of locked up. I would start out my mornings with a hip flexor stretch, just like this, like that. And then, you know, I saw a video of a guy doing something like this, so I wanted to do the same thing, and I copied him. And it was to where in the morning, I don't do this every morning, by the way. I've already achieved so much results in a year, and I know that I didn't do the best job I could, and I still achieved a incredible amount. It's really not that hard to do. It's just a change in the mindset, making it a lifestyle change, a positive lifestyle change, something that you think about consistently throughout the day. So there's this, and then what you can do is now drop that, keep everything straight. You're trying not to give in to the stretch. Like, you want to try and push the limits when you go down and stay as far on the right side as possible, because you're pulling this way to make it easier. You want to pull against that, drop down to the ground, boom, boom, back up, right? And then lift up like this. Now I'm not strong enough to do that. I need to assist myself when I do that. If not, it's just too much pressure on that knee. But basically, that right there, it's a stretch right here. This is a V pattern on my legs you would see from another angle. Boom, 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 boom. Stretching everything. Go forward to get the ankle. That ankle needs that. Lift up the back foot off the ground. Just puts more pressure on the ankle, you know. Motion is lotion. You know what I'm saying? It really ain't anything crazy. if I'm being honest. Okay, other side. Doing the other side is always the hardest because the hip flexor's already tired. And this is honestly like very tiring to hold. It's like mildly painful. Not mildly, it's like a light pain. But goddamn, it just shows me how weak I am. That's what I mean by listening to my body. Again, whenever I do this, all I can feel is how weak I am because I've only been here a few seconds and it's already tired, and there's a slight sharp pain right here in the hip. So we're doing that. And also a cool thing is I also know that it's tight because I can feel blood literally rushing through the hip, like close to it. It's like a woo. It's like it gets stuck there. So after that, now we're a little close to this car. So boom, yeah, after that, you'll be able to see this from another angle now. I have to be slow on this. So that stretch I was explaining earlier, where you lay on your ass, cross your legs, and then this knee. So lay on your ass, cross your legs, foot here, and then knee is in the air. And then you push your knee down, that one. That also gets to this. This right side is a lot tighter than my left side. Whenever I do this, it feels like my knee is going to crack. I do not like the feeling, but I still have to push it. I have to do this. I don't want to. My knee feels compromised. It's not a fun feeling, but just do what you can. That's what it's about. And now I've been here before, so even though my knee feels compromised, I've been in this position before. I know it's okay. This is experience. The more you listen to your body and the more you know about your body, the more you know how far you can push it before you get injured, because you've already been injured. I've torn my bicep before, very, very light tear. It was only hurt for 2 weeks and it was light, but I did it. You can look this up, doing a German dead hang. Feeling the stretch, and it was very painful and very, very uncomfortable, very painful. And then I know I got a cold, like a flash up my arm. It's like a cold sear. I was like, what the fuck? So I dropped. I held for a little bit while I was thinking about it, and then I was like, all right, fuck that. So yeah, I did that. I'm gonna put a lot of pressure on this ankle and knee here, lifting up the back foot. Use it or lose it. That's what this is right here. You know, an exercise scientist might say that this isn't the most efficient thing to do. And my response to that would be, I am doing it. Because it's worked. I don't care what people say. People love to talk and say, I know this, I know that. This worked. And I know it worked. Because my body asked for it. I could feel it. So, yeah, there's that. It's funny because the whole reason why I came out here was for upper body. I always hated training legs whenever I first started working out because it was just painful. But because before I started training the way that I train now, it was just weightlifting, squatting, deadlifts, you know, stuff that's really hard on the knees if you have a fucked up body. And that's what I had. And I used to hate training legs because of that, because you just get out of breath, and this is just painful and it feels dangerous. But ever since I started training this way, I'm the complete opposite now. I really don't like training upper body. I don't do push-ups anymore. I don't do pull-ups anymore, which is bad. I need to, but I really just do like the exercises for I'm just gonna call them micro muscles. So basically the underdeveloped muscles that people don't pay attention to, like the muscle used for shoulder internal, external rotation, the muscles in my neck, the muscles in the upper back, which help the shoulder blades and keep them stable and allow full healthy range of motion. That's really all I'm starting to do now. Obviously, if I did that now, my shoulders wouldn't be messed up, but I just started doing it. But my legs, like, seriously, I love training. I used to hate it, but I love it. So one thing I like to do is also another good stretch, because like I said, the body is a whole kinetic chain. I really should have planned this better. I didn't expect me to sit here and yap. But so the body's a whole kinetic chain. One thing I like to do is don't rotate anything. Just go out, right, and then in, out as far as you can. I'm sort of wiggling into it to get more, but this activates the muscle in the inner hip, whatever rotates that. So it gets that. It also helps with just hip mobility in general. And then you can also turn it into a stretch, right? And then if you want to make this harder, get the knees and then push. And this is why I say your legs are supposed to just be another set of arms. Look at this, bro. My arms are just like, there you go. There you go. Your arms and legs are supposed to be able to do the same things pretty much. But people are so unhealthy that they just forgot about it. Like they can't even kick up to their heads, to their chest. Some people. That's bad. You should be able to, because if I ever get in a fight, that's going to be the first thing I ever do. I'm throwing a kick, because I can throw a kick fast. I've never actually kicked anybody, but if it's a serious fight, I don't have to get close. It's going to be quick. He won't see it. He's going to be too busy expecting the punch, and if I want to, I can throw a fake kick and then lean forward and get him with the punch, because nobody expects a kick. And if they've never actually been in a fight before, you're throwing a kick, and now they're scared. They're like, they're surprised. They see the kick, and now they start overcompensating, overreacting to the kick. And I'll make an analogy after this. So they overcompensate for the kick and go to catch that. And nobody's catching a kick with one arm. Nobody's blocking it. They're going both arms. And that's where you knock them out. My best friend Alex showed me that, because it got me every time. And everyone I've ever done it to, it's gotten them every time. They just throw a fake kick, and then after that, lean forward with the hand. But even if I wanted to, I could fake jab from distance, but my leg, my kick, is still in range. So I can fake jab. They'll go to block, but they're not blocking down here. And I mean, you can throw it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do it. I'm getting excited over here. I'll do it later whenever I change positions. Pause. But yeah, so that's a good stretch. Just like that. And then you can also lean back while doing this. Just again, that's like all hip whenever you do that. That's all hip. I'll stand back a little bit. I feel like I'm too close. So, all hip. I need something to hold on to. That is crazy. Try that at home. I've never felt that before. That's actually the first time I've ever felt that, because I really don't do this that often. I've only done this once before, but it was like so effective that I remembered it and just set it on camera. But wow, if you go down, right, and then let me do it again. Yeah, go down, and as your knees start to separate, push your knees to the right, not your feet. You want to sort of keep your feet there, but push your twist, like my hands are twisting, twist your legs. That's crazy. Yeah, no, it activates muscles that are, for me, very underdeveloped. I'll be feeling that in the morning, I guarantee you, just from doing that one little bit. But yeah. Okay. But yeah, back to this stretch. Drink my water real quick. So like I said, these muscles were sore or tight. Let me see. I'll just walk around a little bit, see how I feel. So this hip's still a little bit tight on the right side. Whenever I walked, my right hip actually popped and it still felt a little tight. So it shows I still need to stretch the hip flexors, even though I just got done stretching them. leaning my head against this car door is actually making balancing harder, believe it or not. If I took it off, well, let's prove that. Nope, I'm lying. I said it first as if I knew what I was talking about. I was wrong. All right, stretch it. And it's crazy because I can feel this connect all the way from the hip flexor down to the knee. It's crazy. I can feel the burn in this area right here, just from balancing. That is crazy. Okay, next. It's harder to do with shoes on, I feel like. I'll test that after this. So my hip actually wants to sink in like this. It's like this, because it's not strong enough, it's underdeveloped. This is again why training for balance and training one leg at a time, one arm at a time, reveals things that otherwise you wouldn't have noticed, because you're taking away the strength aspect and making it more technical. And technical things require finer movements, and to get finer movements you need a, how do you describe it, finer machine. You need more parts. Because I'm stretching this and that, but this whole leg is on fire. I'm gonna do that again. This is why I wish I had a person to train with. If I was by myself and the camera was off, I would only do one set. But for some reason, it's like whenever I feel like somebody's watching, it just makes me want to do more. I don't know why. One thing I'm trying to fix is my toes. This toe right here is pushed in. It's my bad toe. This one on the right side is my good one, which is actually the one I broke. But I don't have toe separators, so what I do, I put my toe in the ground like that, and then I just put weight on it. And on the right side, it feels fine, but on the left side, it really burns, like it's a searing burn. It really does not want to do that. And I'm trying right now to reach out with my other toes. And get them out, because they want to get locked in here, and I don't like that. They're all supposed to come apart. Fuck you. Yeah, bitch. Stay. That's the best I can do. I'm just putting weight on it. We'll do this stretch while we... Yeah, do this stretch real quick while we do that. A little 2-in-1. Yeah, okay. Back feels much better. Like honestly, much better. Right now I'm just lifting my head up and tensing the muscles but like I'm really focusing on doing it in the proper way so that I don't hurt anything, because when I tense my neck up, I actually feel like a lot of impingements and like sharp pains all around my neck. But if you tense it up the right way, you won't feel that. And I feel like that is your neck getting tensed into its natural position, because it also feels good too. So that's why I do that. tense the muscle, and then stretch. And believe it or not, what is limiting my neck mobility, I guess you could say, right now is my shoulders. I can't go further because my shoulders are frozen. That's why I'm pushing into this. I'm stretching the shoulders right now. If you look up on a yoga pose, cat-cow, I'm basically doing that, but this makes it harder because it really isolates the muscles. Like I'm hanging on to something instead of pushing against something. So I can sort of pull the back and really, like, you can kind of see the contraction. I can pull back, tense the muscles, raise my arms a little bit, you know, and then stretch it out. And I can pull while doing that stretch. So it's like a cat-cow, but harder. That guy did not look happy at all. That guy looked angry as fuck. Alright. This is my bad side. It's weak and tight abdomen and obliques on the right side. That's why it's hard to talk. But you also want to be careful not to pull a muscle here. Anytime you push a weak and underdeveloped muscle like that, and you can feel how it's sort of giving out, which is why I'm supporting myself, you want to be careful, because if you tighten up there, strain too much, you'll tear a muscle. It's like a slingshot action. I think it's already stretched, right? And then I know where you tighten it up, so it's like a just, you know what I mean? It's just boom, done. That'll fuck you up big time. My calves feel kind of like they have energy. They feel chumpy. So we're gonna do something for them here in a little bit. All right. Again, back to this. Shoulder's still feeling good. In fact, I feel like I can get my shoulder blade further away from my body now. That's what my frozen shoulder limits. It keeps that shoulder blade like stuck to the body, but also whenever you want to tuck it in, it pokes it out. So, just really annoying shit. This is a great stretch. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. The weather outside is delightful. The joy in the air is delightful. Da 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 da. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. I've been working on my singing for like 9 months now. 9 months ago, I couldn't sing at all. And 9 months later, I still can't sing. But I'm getting better. That's all I care about, man. A lot better. That's like, I know I still can't sing, but again, the amount that I've improved, just, it's awesome, you know. It makes me grateful. Ouch, goddamn. Again, weak and underdeveloped muscles. I should be able to just hold myself in this position, no problem, for at least like 30 seconds. But holy fuck, I'm already cramping up. So we're gonna do this on the other side because fuck you. That's how my type of training works, bro. I was just sitting here and my hips felt tight, so I wanted to stretch it. And then in doing that, I realized just how tiring it got. Now I want to do it more because fuck you, I should be able to do this. That's basically how I train. I never come out with a plan. I just go out and just start doing shit. And I've been doing something this whole time. Even whenever I was just down here talking, guess what? This is still doing something, because this is a healthy position to be in. We've been doing healthy things for 40 minutes straight, and I feel like $1,000,000 right now. My back still hurts like a bitch, though. Okay. We gotta do it on the other side, that's right. What did I do? That's right. Yeah. Oh, wait. It's a better stretch on the shoulders, too. Okay, there's that. Yeah, fuck. Okay. Just gonna stretch out the calves. Feels like they just want to bounce, so I'm gonna listen to them, let them bounce. I'm doing this where I go down like this, I think. Yeah, boom, boom. Phone says low battery. That's all I'm doing. I'm just doing that out of camera. So peek at the top, dip, boom. I'm just putting more angle on it. It's easier on the knees. Okay. Okay. Now, we finally move. I'll set you up on my water bottle here. Gonna be a little crooked, little lopsided, but we're all right. All right. Plug this in right here. Put everything on that side right there. Zipper up. Knock the shoes off. Wipe the feet off. Go. Alright. We're gonna go next to this mound. I like this mound over here. First, we're gonna use the bathroom. And I'm gonna head to this mound, come back, get a water. Let me sit you up right here, ma'am. So one thing I noticed, I saw this YouTube. Let me drink this water. Not a YouTuber, but it's this guy on Instagram, and crazy strong dude. He's a climber and everything. Get my water. Yeah, crazy strong dude. I gotta put up the camera so I can show this. I'll sit you right here. But man, one thing he did, now I look a little weird. It's like he rubbed muscles right here. And I always have noticed like how my jaw is like crooked and I look a little retarded. And I can feel muscles right here that are tight as fuck. And just do that, open, and that'll massage that. I'm gonna leave my water right there, go use the bathroom. I will catch you here in a little bit. I ain't gonna bring you into the bathroom with me. What, is that what you were thinking? Fucking sicko.